Hello and welcome to BrixFix. I'm your host Brix, here today with a LEGO City set. We've got set number 60419, the Police Prison Island. Is it weird giving kids a prison to play with? I'll have to think about that one. This set contains 980 pieces, is a 7+ age rating, and is priced at $99.99 in the US or $129.99 its Canadian equivalent. And can we just step back for a minute and marvel at this box art? LEGO City always has incredible box art. It seems to just jump off the cardboard, and what's going on here appears to be a massive prison breakout, and the police officers in charge of detaining these criminals are scrambling to get them back in their cells. It's really incredible the way this is all laid out. It shows a few of the play features, but there is so much going on here. One simple box art front to back could not cover it all. Can I start off with a wow? This is everything you get. This massive, giant playset, 3 vehicles, 7 minifigures, 2 LEGO animals, and I can't even imagine the hours of enjoyment. This set is huge. It takes up a lot of table space, or floor space, depending on where you happen to be hunkered down to play with it, but it's no small feat putting this together. It was a lot of fun, and there is so much going on in here. I cannot wait to get in and show you, but before I do, just look at it. This is everything you get. I think this is well worth the price of entry, and I think this set would really make someone smile if they were to get this as a gift, and just the thought of being able to put this together, the play hours that would encompass, but also to the endless hours of playing with it thereafter. This is really an incredible set, and it just comes with so much. I will get into everything in closer detail, but for now I wanted to just clear all the extras away and focus on the main building, the portion of the prison island that is the main thing you're paying for in this set, and the majority of the pieces included. And even with all the fluff removed, this has still got wow factor. I think this is the kind of set that you walk in and see for the first time, and you just kind of are caught between a smile and a wow, because it really has some amazing presence to it. It's big, it just looks fun, and while there is a lot hidden inside for you to play with, I think that you just start thinking of fun, cool storylines and things to work out with it as soon as you just walk up to it. At least that's how I felt about it. Can we begin our close-up here by just appreciating the depth? A lot of these, I'll call this what it is, a dollhouse build, closed in at the front for better curb appeal and then open at the back for play, but LEGO's guilty a lot of the time of making those dollhouse builds 4 to 6 studs in width, and most times that just doesn't cut it for play. This is 8 to 10 studs at some of its widest points, I think 12 even, if you get up to that basketball courtyard area. Anyway, it's got really good depth to it, which does take more pieces and does put the price up a bit, but I mean, I don't think any corners were cut with this set, and I think that's very apparent as soon as you get it together. We'll start our close-up here with the front bottom portion. There is a sliding cell door, which is very satisfying to open and close. And these little doors here for the police officers to enter the main station area open up like that, and nothing really crazy out here. The play features are mostly like behind on the open side of the set, but this open facade is just so beautiful to look at. That rock work up the steps there to get into that main glass door entrance is amazing. We've got a cute little crab there just chilling out front on the dock, and speaking of dock, you can tell this was all done like the island's all made out of stone and rock, obviously, but it's nice the LEGO designers put the wood plank on there to give you the definition of the dock. This is essentially where a boat would tie up as it comes and goes from the prison. And I'll get into how this works, but this little tunnel here holds a big surprise. Now, obviously, given the limitations of LEGO and not wanting the piece count to totally balloon, they have to take some liberties, so there is 4 criminals that come on this set, but there is only the 1 proper jail cell with the 2 bunks in it. But I'll show you something really neat about these bunks. They lift up and fold away, and the one on the bottom here hides a trapdoor exit. Somebody's planning their escape down there. I'll get into detail a bit later, but look, it's actually got the escape plan drawn out in chalk underneath the bed. Pretty awesome little attention to detail. Here is how that grand escape might play out. That looks like an old mining cart down below and some dynamite, so this island was probably a defunct mine a long time ago before it was converted into a prison island. The minifig would lift up her bunk, drop down into the hole that she's dug or blasted into the minecart, and boop, out she goes past the shrubbery covering the mining entrance, out into the drink, hopefully somebody waiting there in a dinghy to rescue her and take her to shore. Peace out, 20-year prison sentence. Moving way up high, this is the tippy top of the set. This is the guard's lookout tower. It's got these 3 clear plastic glass windows here that the guard can sit here at his little computer, watching surveillance, but also surveying the island from up on high. Moving down 1 level now, right below that lookout is a break room. It's got a little coffee maker there, a croissant ready to be munched down on, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a cupcake, a cake, or just a small plant there on the desk. Considering it's a break room, I'm going to say it's probably some kind of food. The main floor and basement here has that entrance I showed you. This is the inside of it where you first come in. And to the left there, that is an outdoor basketball area, which is pretty well done with the chain link fence around it. You can see the basement there has a washing machine, and there's some more of that tube, that piping entrance I showed you from the front, but I'm not quite ready yet to show you the secret. To the right there underneath the archway is a little dog's area. You can see there's a little dog bed and a bone. Access to that is just to the right from where you come in those front glass doors. There is a window down there which is totally open for the suggestion of the dog to be able to get in and out. It's a good use of a bit of wasted space, so I commend the LEGO designers for that. But much more interestingly, if I can direct your attention to the left, that is the trap door that lifts up. I guess in universe, for theme and for play, it's probably supposed to be a dugout area, maybe underneath a floor panel or something from the basketball court, but for the sake of the set, it is just a big trapdoor that lifts up, and that exposes the drop-down tunnelway, which you can drop figs down through, as I am demonstrating. The sweet, sweet taste of freedom. I'll give you another look at that so you can see how they drop down and how they kind of pop out with some gusto on the other side. This one went down a little too fast. You can see she came flying out there. The second guy here, maybe I didn't drop him in hard enough. I'll show you how his descent kind of left him hanging on the other side of the tunnel from the front side. But you can see they'll slide out as far as you want them to, depending on how much force you put into their fall. I'll show you from the front now. Our guy there with the lack of enthusiasm climbing through that tube. He's not stuck, he's just chilling out there in the opening, but he made it. He got out. It's neat too, there's a little bit of brush here that seems to be kind of half covering that tube. Maybe so the guards don't pay it too much mind. This is undoubtedly my favorite part of the set, so I gotta show it to you just one more time. There's 1 and 2. So awesome. Kids are going to be having all kinds of fun rocketing prisoners down that tube to freedom. The top of that guard tower is pretty neat. It has the satellite dish up there and some radio antennas, but also these movable spotlights. You could imagine the guy in the control tower there has control over those to move everything around. Also too, the landing pad here, this can move left to right. It's on a little bit of a ratcheted piece there, so it's not super loose. And you can have the helicopter come in for a landing, and you can have it angled any way you want. So if you want the H to face left or right, the helicopter can face front to back. Fits on there perfectly, and it looks really neat up there. There's even a walkway to get to it, so your imagination doesn't have to stretch too far to think about somebody walking from that break room right out to the helipad. Here are all 3 of the included vehicles in this set. On the left, a police helicopter. In the middle, a little unmarked dinghy. I have to assume this is what the criminals are using to escape the prison island. And on the right there, that's how the cops are getting them back into that prison island, or just transporting criminals to and from. That is a police boat, also built on a dinghy piece, but that is much, much bigger than the inflatable boat for the criminals. This may just be a simple inflatable raft dinghy setup, but it is pretty cool, and it's got the suggestion of a little outboard motor there. So this is not your simple rowboat. This actually has some horsepower behind it, and it looks like it could comfortably seat 2, maybe even 3 minifigures, 1 driving and 2 in there for escape. I think all 4 of them could probably pile in here, but it would be a bit snug. Now, where that criminal's boat was barely more than a rubber raft with a outboard strapped to it, this is a proper boat. This still uses the rubber dinghy style hull that LEGO likes to use, but this is the big version, and I think this looks awesome. It's sturdy, it has big play, super fun. You could imagine pushing this around the prison island. The suggestion in the back there is of the outboard motor, or more so what it looks like to me is a outboard jet motor, whether it's sucking in water and pushing it out to propel it forward, but it looks sleek, it looks powerful, lots of fun, and really easy to get a fig in here. Well, really easy, as I take an extra second to pull this canopy off, but pretty easy to get a fig in there. You could fit two, but it's really snug, but one fits comfortably in there, especially if you keep the life preserver, the life vest on that fig. It probably would only fit the one fig decked out like that. Canopy slides back on and boom, you're ready for play. Not a big piece count for this boat, but it doesn't need to have that. It's perfect the way it is. Now when I say you've all seen this helicopter before, I don't necessarily mean in this set. I mean from LEGO over the last 25 years. Police helicopters, fire department helicopters from LEGO City. This is a very, very common build. We've seen a lot in the past, but hey, it's not trying to break the mold here. It's not trying to do anything different. It's just trying to give you a simple vehicle with a small piece count for play. From an adult collector perspective, is this awesome? No. From a kid's perspective, is this going to be sweet to swoosh around and play with? Propeller spins, fig gets in and out easily? Heck yeah. Throughout any age of my LEGO journey, I have always had a soft spot in my heart for LEGO animals, and these two are certainly no exception. This is an adorable little police dog. He's got his own little police vest, and this shark, we've seen him before, usually in a darker gray, but LEGO City's been putting him out in a lighter gray of late, and instead of just the usual dimpling on his face, though it's actually printed eyes, and that gill suggestion is incredible. Super cool animals, and I'm glad to get these two. I'm sorry I did not focus more on the crab, but technically there is a third animal in this set, and you did see that cute little crab on the front dock. I had to start with these two minifigures because these are my two favorite in the whole set, especially amongst the criminals. The girl on the left there, her sassy little expression, her pink lipstick, and her perfectly matching pink poof moose hairdo are amazing. She stood out right away when I started building this as easily my #1 favorite. Her counterpart in crime there on the right, she's an interesting one because we've actually seen her in another set. I recently reviewed set 60415, the police car and muscle car chase, and in that set she is wearing half of her prison garb. You can see in that set her minifig has the orange top rolled down to expose her prison-issued black and white striped undershirt. So the storyline that seems to be playing out here is that she did successfully escape Prison Island, slightly modified her outfit, stole a muscle car, got some loot, and was quickly reapprehended by a LEGO City police officer in a supercar. Tough break, kid. Great secondary faces for both of these figures and some respectable printing both on the torso and here on the back, albeit subtle. All of the inmate minifigures have the same torso and legs, prints are the same front and back, but all four of them have incredibly well done face prints and great hair pieces all around. I've seen that knit hat suggestion for the guy on the right there before, but I love getting it. And a quick look at the back. And now the long arm of the law on the left there, that is the suggested driver of the boat, and on the right side there, the suggested helicopter pilot. Both of their prints are incredible, but I will pull off their gear to give you a better look at the guy on the left. No secondary faces for these two, but thank you so much LEGO for not only giving us the helmets, but giving us their respective hair pieces. Really great hair pieces at that. And here they are from the back, those hair pieces again, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. Now this guy made me smile. He's got that classic old-timey night watchman kind of look to him. I can just picture him creeping the halls of the prison on the night shift with his flashlight in hand. Faithful dog following him down the lonely corridors at night. Awesome face print for this guy. I love his little push broom mustache. Super cute. In addition to that amazing front print, he's got great back printing too. Just wow, what an amazing set. I think this gives you amazing bang for your buck at $99.99 USD or $129.99 Canadian equivalent. Everything about it was a lot of fun, not just the building experience, but the play I can imagine a kid having with this is, you don't find play like this for this kind of value very often in toys in general, never mind from LEGO, so not much to say other than positive remarks here. I mean, the figs, the level of the quality of the set overall, the vehicles included, the LEGO animals, 2 escape options here, not just one. This isn't built around one storyline of escape. There is 2 well done, well thought out implementations of just escape from this prison island.
Lord only knows the amount of different storylines a kid could set up with this. It really feels like endless play value. Am I done gushing? No, not even close.
Lego City Police Prison Island. I thought this set was spectacular. Good value, and the play factor is 10 out of 10 off the charts. If you were a kid and you only had this one Lego set, let's say you're young, getting into Lego, it's your birthday, you get this. This is all you need. Lego City sets blend really well together to connect and set up a little Lego City, play out different storylines and things, but I'm saying if this is all you had, this is all you need. I can't imagine the hours and hours and hours Little Bricks would have got out of playing with this. I really think it's spectacular. You get this big giant play set, fully open at the back for posability and play, lots of play options in the front, a cool little watchtower here, and vehicles. You get this big police vehicle, a little vehicle for the criminals, and a flying vehicle. I think this is all really well done. The fact that some of the figures came with helmets and hair pieces, that also is just a little step above the norm, so I appreciate that from Lego. I loved this set. I thought it was spectacular, 10 out of 10. One of my favorite sets I've seen recently, and Bricks is a big fan of old Lego City, so that's a tall bar to reach. I had a lot of fun showing you this today. If you had fun hanging out with me, please consider subscribing to the channel, and hey, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts and feelings on this set. Until next time, know that you are very appreciated. Take care.